And hello again, boys and girls. Welcome back to the channel. It's of course your host, Mildly Startled, and we are continuing on. I've just had din-dins, just had my din-dins, and so now we're hopefully going to successfully complete Disaster on the Volga. I believe it's the only scenario I've got to do in this map. So, fingers crossed, if I use some cards in that, we'll be able to succeed. But my big mistake was not withdrawing early or securing Stalingrad. So we'll have to take those into account this time. Hopefully with a little bit of assistance from the game, we'll be able to persevere and succeed. So now I get a 1-3 airstrike. I've got some units that have been reconstituted, but for the most part, we're going to try and do strategy. So our first aim will be to secure Moscow, or secure Stalingrad, punch and push these guys off before they have a chance to counterattack. The second aim will be, of course, to withdraw the Romanians straight away, doing a finite line and then trying to contain the south. So this time we're going to use a couple of our cards and aim to secure the line. So if we destroy this bridge and this bridge, we may have a chance, but for the most part, it's just about withdrawing and trying to survive while we withdraw. So we're going to upgrade our infantry steps. Get some pioneers. Get the Panzer IVs upgraded with their armor. I wonder what you guys are. You're the 6th Army. But we've got no reinforcements for you. Upgrade your Romanian steps. And upgrade Romanian infantry in the south as well. I'm going to use all my cards here. We're going to go big or go home. And we've got another pioneer, which we'll just put there. So the first step in the master plan, he says. Oh, one moment, I haven't brought up my my video. Un momento, I need to actually look at my channel. There we are. The first step will be to do a gradual withdrawal from the front. So we'll withdraw this tank back and begin withdrawing from this sector. So if we entrench you, undo that move. Draw us back. Draw us back. Keep the tanks in reserve and begin retreating the infantry back as well. We should have an okay time of things now. In this sector, we are going to have to try and punch these guys off the territory simply because they will counterattack us. And these tanks are going to move south as they did last time. With these troops retreating back. And the supply hub going bye-bye. Now to think, if I want to sabotage, what would be the best thing to sabotage? So I see there's an enemy HQ there, which will be a problem. And there's an enemy HQ, so they will just repair the HQ, so there's no logical thing to do in this scenario. Potentially, if I blow this bridge, it will delay their advance and stop them countering attacking across there, meaning they have to cross along that route instead. Undo that move, keep that tank there. Soften up the enemy positions in the north. Withdraw this, hold these positions for now. Can we actually blow up some bridges? We can. for some of our HQs, not all of them, but some of them. And begin retreating from containment as well. See how well this works out for us. The main objectives will be to secure Stalingrad proper, and then once we've secured Stalingrad proper, we should be okay. Not too concerned about this because I can break through and counter encircle that if I'm lucky. With a little bit of luck on my side, we should be fine there. So we can call this tank unit back. And that will hopefully be enough to contain. These guys are out of supply, but not the end of the world. This can move over to this objective, and this can move over here to contain as well. Now that this bridge has been taken, we can also blow that bridge to stop anyone crossing there. Put a supply hub down in the back. Get rid of this supply hub. Put a supply hub down here. Pull this unit back. Retreat this tank unit back as well, because the tanks are going to be on my reserve force. And see what we can do now. So these guys have not moved forward on their attack, so I'm just going to see if I can entrench some of these. Alas, the counterattack continues. Now we've got to really think rather carefully what parts of the front do we want to contain, which parts of the front are we going to accept defeat on. So this unit's out of supply, it needs to counterattack, and this unit's also out of supply. So we have to bring the motorized around. We're going to have to bomb this. Bomb this as well. Go to this supply line. Put it down over here. Oh, dead. However, with this taken, they won't be able to punch through anymore, which is fine. Emergency resupply this unit just in case. Bring this piece of armour over here, because it is going to be encircled, but it is what it is. And then see what we can do here. We can do backhand blows on this, so it's not the end of the world. So 1-to-1, 1-to-1. Retreat this back. Retreat this over. Retreat this over. Start doing backhand blows on these armor units. And close down the supply line. So we're able to blow up one of the rivers. But I want to blow up this bridge as well to stop them crossing at Kerch. Alas, I don't think I can pull that off. And this area is still woefully too vulnerable. This is the best we can do with those units. There's a lot of concentrated armor starting to stack up over here, but again, my hands are tied and I do run the risk of infantry starting to break through from the north, so I do have to bear that in mind. But as again, my hands are tied, I cannot do anything about that. I have no spare units to counter. So I just have to accept this for what it is. I'm going to need that unit to retreat, which it did. If this unit can retreat now, I'll be a happy camper. Sadly not. And that's the entire southern front overrun. Very easy, I suspect, to get soft locked in this scenario if you have been wasting your units until this point. So we do need to break these guys out. Alas, we run into the situation where my units cannot do any more. This unit's going to be wiped if I can't pull it out. You can build a bridge here. Got to bring this unit over down to the south as well. Hopefully break this unit out. See if I can do some backhand blows on this enemy tanks. I'm almost back. Almost retreated from where I need to be. And there's the securing this sector. This Romanian unit will have to sacrifice itself for the greater good. And there's nothing I can do for you, I'm afraid. Nothing. I wonder if I can put a supply hub down and that will save you. Unlikely, but we'll give it a go. I am a bit worried about this position as well, so I'm going to dig in and give the no retreat order for this unit. I could send infantry forward over there. I will see if it's worth the risk. Probably isn't though. And then we should end our turn. Unless I can dig in. I can't, of course. I can dig in there. We have done an okay job at mauling the enemy armour, but it's that northern position now that's proving a problem. I would rather than do that than the alternative. Just take the objective. I'd forgotten about that supply hub. At least some of the remaining armies survived in this version of Stalingrad. Not a lot, but some. Yeah, I'm not going to even try and take that position. The risk is too great. I've got to re-secure the northern theatre. I can go one turn of that cut off now, so we'll do that. And we'll just retreat this HQ as far as we can get it before that angry cavalry unit just wipes us from the face of the earth. Just a couple more backhand blows with the with whatever tanks we have. Let's do some softening of this sector. Just in case they do try and do something funky. Okay. Last turn. Let's see how this works out. This is where they pushed over in Stalingrad last time, so we'll see how we can succeed here. I'm willing to accept that because they didn't take the main objective. Now that was a pretty cheeky attack. So, what do I think of that scenario? Well, it was a very intense scenario. I very much enjoyed Stalingrad as a scenario. So I had to use both of my airstrike cards to soften up Stalingrad to push us out. So it does sort of expect you to sort of work historically in that regard, that you do have to secure most of Stalingrad in order to be safe from the Soviet counterattack. And of course, the encirclement happens organically. I think it'd be very hard pressed to stop the encirclement. I suspect that's the reason why they didn't do an alt history scenario of what happens if you prevent the encirclement from occurring. But I can see this is where the real master stroke of the campaign is, and if you haven't been doing well until this point, you'll just be completely crushed. But it's just one of those scenarios where you're going to lose troops regardless of what you do, but it's just about trying to hold the line, really. This is one of those scenarios where you have to expend your steps and you have to expend your manpower and your force's strength just to hold on. But it was very fun. I very much enjoyed it. I see there's a certain trick to it. You do need to do some withdrawals and retreats, and of course you do probably need to blow some bridges to prevent the advance of the Soviets. But really, altogether, a solid scenario. So we're going to buy this, and we're going to buy an air supply. And with that, we're going to hopefully see if we can break out and save save the Sixth Army, which is highly unlikely, but we can dream. So the air supply will hopefully be able to supply the Sixth Army by the air, and of course the bomber is to give that force multiplier to save us. So Winter Guitta. Grandiose in name only, Operation Winter Storm seems unlikely to succeed in its goal of reaching the 250,000 Axis troops surrounding near Stalingrad. The assembled relief force is underwhelming, and unbeknownst to the Germans, further Red Army offensives are imminent. The first of these, Little Saturn, will soon crash into Ad Hoc Army Group Don, a hodgepodge of mostly second-rate Axis units. Should the Red Army achieve a breakthrough against these forces, Winter Storm will fail, and the Sixth Army fate will be sealed. So if you link up, apparently you can put another strategic plan into action, which I did not know about that. So we will see if we can link up. Depending on what the alt conference is. If the alt conference is counterattack, then we probably won't do the alt history version, because I don't think I've got the resources on hand to do it. So we'd hoped to concentrate a more powerful relief force commander, but time is running out, and your orders are to launch Operation Winter Storm immediately. Be warned that forces of Army Group Don on your northern flank are barely holding on. Should the Soviets launch more attacks in this direction, you may be forced to abandon the relief attempt and leave our comrades in Stalingrad for their fate. Note, due to heavy attrition inside the Stalingrad cauldron, the 6th Army reserves and divisions are not carried over from previous scenarios. Wow, okay. So 6th Army. Yeah, just about beat it, just about. So what have we got on the north? So I've got to hold Kamarova. I've got to hold Minervo, Kamarova. So they are going to punch through in the north. And I've got to hold Gumrak for as long as I can. However, if I can link up, then hopefully these guys will survive and no one will die. So our main effort here will be to punch through and attempt to link up simply for LARP reasons. And then we'll see if we can take the objectives in the south as well. So I would like to try and punch through here. But depending on ability, we may struggle. That was wrong. We shouldn't have done that because we can't link up because we'd have to cross the Volga, so that's a bad idea. Instead, we should try and punch through with Panzer IV instead. So let's reorg this artillery step, give it to these guys, and then give these guys a marder. These guys in the south, they've got a pack. Let's get rid of this pack and give these guys a marder as well. 6th Army, we're going to equip with whatever we've got. The Don will just have whatever. So there's some tanks over there, but I can't do anything about it. So if we take a look at our supplies aren't too bad. And the enemy supply lines are pretty rough over here. Is this the trick? Is the trick to meme punch over here? No, okay. And up north, there's an enemy supply line being fed by this sector. So if we can blow this bridge, but then of course we've got the Don units which will just repair. But we'll see, we'll see. We've just got to play it by ear and just accept what come what may. Okay, immediately use order cards. Now I've got 12 air supply cards. And 1 bomber card. These are all very well entrenched troops as well. If I relocate the panzers, will they be able to break through here? No. That was a waste of cards. Blah. Bruh. Okay, let's take a look at some of these crossing points. So if I can block the crossing points, they can't cross their tanks over. So if I move here, move here, move here, move here, blow this bridge, and move here, they can't move their tanks over from the north. And we should be fine. They'll have to move their tanks over this sector. Good. Try and cross now, bitch boys. Yeah, I cannot link up from the west. I've got to link up from the north. Well, from the south. Yeah, can't cross. Can't cross. Problem. Can't cross. See, I know they're across there, but I've got tanks in reserve to counter that, so it's not too bad. And I'm going to have another tank coming up over here to counter. These guys can retreat. These guys can retreat over as well. And then we can hopefully try and break through this position. I can link up. I can link up by turn 5. That's going to use a careful mix of resources. Oh, I got a tiger specialist, did I? Cool. I'm relocating the tanks down for a mass push in the south. I'm going to blow this bridge and this bridge. So I can move this unit over here for this a mass panzer push in the south. I believe in the breakthrough. I'm going to throw everything I have at breaking through on that sector. Who cares about preserving German infantry? Oh, they could cross there. Oh, okay. Why didn't you tell me? Oh, that's because you don't want a backseat. Okay, okay. I thought you meant like over here, like they already crossed there. I was like, yeah. Not the end of the world. I can send panzers to contain, so it's not too bad. He says. Yeah, the play is to block off all the crossings at the start, and then it's an easy scenario. But alas, I did not, so hey ho. I could link up. Let's throw troops at the problem. I believe. I mean, you guys are starved to death, but I couldn't care less. I can't switch out. I can't push because I can't switch out. Kill yourself. The link up. The link up. Oh, they crossed that river. Now we have a problem. Now that whole thing is collapsing. Yeah, city's in ruin. Try and take that now. I dare you. I dare you. Again, I need some guys to die, so I can shift troops out. Did we link? We linked? He linked pump it. And now we have to do containment over here. That's a 1-to-1 of that tank. Doesn't help they keep their tanks in reserve as well, which makes it extremely difficult to get some opportunity hits on them. There's no supply here. Mummy! Next turn you're going to be out of supply and useless. Undo. Cornered, overrun. Cornered, overrun and dead. Goodbye. Bonk. Sacrificial lamb, go. No, they are beginning a punch. A punch and a half, they are. Retreat, 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 please, I beg you. No! That's overwhelming numbers. That's our northern tank unit wiped out. I could replay this a lot better. Yeah, the flaky boys did okay, but alas, the overwhelming numbers could not hold back the Soviet hordes. I got to survive 2 turns, so if I just take link up and ignore my rear lines and just accept that I would be encircled in this scenario, I believe I can win this. Depending if... yeah, I can do this. So if I just ignore the fact I'm about to be overrun. Yeah, we've linked up. Link, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's the plan. Ignore the fact that I've literally just fought my way into being encircled, and embrace the fact that technically this counts as a win. Yeah, so this one, and this one. I can do that. Just with a little help of tank spam, we can pull that off pretty easily. Let's move the tanks to the objectives. And then make a quick work of falling back. These guys are sacrificial lambs. I believe. Don't worry, they won't be encircled next scenario, as long as they don't get killed right now. I mean, that guy's dead, that tank is dead, but it was a worthy sacrifice. They're acting as bait, so the AI targets that and not the main objectives. Operation Winter Storm, overwhelming success. Don't pay attention to this. This is Allied propaganda. This is what overwhelming success looks like. You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. Well, I'm going to redo this scenario, because even though I have linked up, I suspect I could do this a lot better. So, because I am wary of potential soft locking, we're going to be redoing that scenario regardless. Using the strat as outlined by Glip, which I did not use because I did not realise I had already crossed. See, I'm tempted to do the alt history scenario, if you know what I mean, where I achieve a glorious breakthrough and everybody wins. No, even for that you get a lot of reinforcements. Ah, okay. Okay. Well, it's a bit too late for that now. Mistakes have been made. I'm glad I've got a lot of PP. Okay. Again, let's take a look at this. So first things first, let's blow some bridges. Let's undo that because I actually got to retreat units back before I blow some bridges. And then let's do this. Let's do this, Crazy Fang. Alright, so using our hindsight, we'll blow this one, and then we'll put the main effort into blowing these guys off of this objective. Good, and this tank unit can come on down here along with this tank unit. And we can begin Operation Punch Through. I fell for the meme again. I've got to get some units killed. Die! Units, please die. Which are my weakest units? No! There we are. I want to move these troops up north to hold gun rack. Okay, that works. Now this is entirely cut blocked off. No one's crossing. It's just this tank push there. And we're good. We are good for the breakthrough. Breakthrough soon, comrades. I can use one of these as well. There we are. In order to strengthen the front, you must first weaken the front by sending your men on missions of absolute destruction. Imagine being unable to cross. How embarrassing. Bomb the hell out of this. Oh, cool, tiger. You can have the tiger. And then I want to do something about unit shuffling to get this tank up. So I'm going to do some high-risk maneuvers. Good. Now, where were we? Right, we were punching through, weren't we? Frank, I need you to go forward. Oh, because of the bloody prisoners. That's not irritating. We can almost touch chips. Apart from that disgusting tank that's coming down to clap me. Get cornered. Entirely intentional, that. Good. What do I need trucks for? I mean, I can't put trucks down, so... Or maybe I can. No, I can't. The only reason those tanks are there is to slow down and advance. No, they took the bridge. Okay, they're starting to shift their forces eastwards. All I care about is touching tips. We must evacuate Paulus's sick army. I need to LARP. I like how you don't actually need to link up. You just need to have one side of the link up. That's pretty funny. It's like, technically it's not linking up, but hey ho. Wasn't Goering giving me supply either. I thought you were cool, dude. So this needs to get bombed. Again as well. Undo. Sacrifice yourself for the greater good. Thank you. I need a breakthrough here. Even if I did that, that was not help me in the slightest. You, on the other hand, you are getting resupplied. Gun it, Chewie! Yay, we linked up again. But they'll probably push us off next time, so it's not something to be too proud of just yet. I'm actually resupplied. Let's do it. And you stand there and get your supplies from the airfields. Yeah, this is a pretty easy scenario now that we've contained the armor. Now these guards units are freaking hecking chunky boys. Actually, we'll lose against those guards units. Four Panzer move forward. And en route units. I suppose you guys can move eastward. Go east. Can't go wrong. I like how the cavalry unit is, they call it the Krieger line unit, and then you've got the Italians as well. Go straight ahead. You just keep pushing over there. I don't give a crap. There's nothing over there. Yeah, they're gonna take the objective. I can live with that. As long as you're attacking that way and not the other way, I'm happy with that. A lot of troops got killed in attempting to achieve this. Hello again. Such a thin line of advance I have to do as well. I just don't have the time to do like massive broad pushes. So although I may save the 6th army, there won't be much left to save. Quite the opposite, really. I can go with one turn without supply. It's the last turn, so I can just throw everything I've got now at the targets. And everything else can just begin a gradual withdrawal. Retreat! Run away! I'll do a 1-to-1 trade with you. You're a guards unit, so I'm happy with that. Let's hope RNG is on my side. And they don't try and take that position. Ah, for fuck's sake. Oh, fuck's sake. I have to redo it. Oh no, oh, it's turn 4, I can counterattack. I thought it was turn 5. Overrun! I'm still losing a lot of troops even with this strategy, but it's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. So many dead. I can go a turn without supply, it's not the end of the world. Okay. Let's destroy that tank position. And move this over here and stay in that link up position. We will be encircled, but we will be linked up. Right, retreat these units back just to hold the last objectives. We don't need to hold everything we've got left. There's no point retreating back over there either. Let's push forward. We are now the new pocket. We have come to become part of the pocket. You've come to, I can just see it now. Paulus is standing there, happiest man alive, as these panzers turn up to, and he thinks he's been relieved. He's like, ah, so you've opened up the pocket, and the panzer commander's like, no, we've come and joined you in the pocket. That was done on purpose to sacrifice troops. So I could keep that air supply. So I purposely threw as many tanks as I could in there, just so they wouldn't be able to like soften up the link up objective. So those troops will be brutalized, but the link-up objective should hopefully be held. I may have to go to turbo mode because I realise it's a bit choppy on my end. Oh, I'm already on performance mode. Let's go to turbo mode then. Let's break our computer by going on hardcore turbo mode. We've linked up. Winks that camera. I can't be bothered to go turbo mode. Enjoy the lag. That's all I can say. Embrace it. Yay! All objectives taken except that one about preserving life, but hey ho. Okay, disaster on the dawn, January 13th, 1943, New Year's Day, 1943. For the Axis, the situation on the Eastern Front worsens by the hour. Buoyed by their recent string of victories, the Red Army launches yet another offensive into the increasingly rickety Axis front line. This time, it has determined Hungarians and Italians to bear the full brunt of the Soviet offensive. The Ravenna's front aims to destroy the Italian 8th and Hungarian Second Armies, after which follow-up operations will strike Rennes and beyond. At this stage, the Germans have little left with which to support their hard-pressed allies. Taking this objective will improve your starting situation in future scenarios. Save the Hungarians. Save the Hungarians as one of the objectives. Okay. I see where this is going. So, the Soviets are about to hit our Italian and Hungarian allies hard. You must hold on as long as possible while trying to keep these forces intact. Be warned, this may prove an impossible task as they have no real counter to heavy Soviet armoured formations. Should our allies break, our own Second Army will be left completely exposed on the Rennes. Under such circumstances, you will authorise to fall back to the Oskol River. We cannot afford the loss of yet another army. So, saved Hungarians, Stary Oskol, Navy Oskol, and Kursk. And I've got plenty of points, so let's upgrade Hungarian infantry. The real-life Hungarian general forbade retreat while the Hungarian Germans and Italians were retreating. Bruh. Bruh. Truly the master strategy. Oh, I can't even upgrade my units, well that's cursed. Now, if I can hold these objectives. So if we take a look along this river line, it's a large river, so they can't cross it. As long as there's no crossing points. So the only way they can punch through is in the south. Okay, so I don't have to save the Hungarians if I'm doing the alt history scenario. Okie dokie. I'm just going to give no retreat orders to these troops. That's, I think, is the best strategy to have. Yeah, we're LARPing. Oh, it's a German infantry. This time it's a German infantry forbidding surrender. Where's Hungarian troops anyway? Oh, in the centre. Okay. So there's a troop crossing there and a troop crossing there. So if I can push these guys off, I may stand a chance. No, is the answer to that. Time to retreat. So, yes, yeah, your Hungarians don't stand a chance. Okay, it is time to run away. Will I get reinforcements? Turn 5 I get another Panzer unit. So I think my flanks are going to be peeled up. So what I need to do is hold the centre for as long as I can and begin withdrawing. Back once the troops fall. Look, there's no pushes in the north. It's going perfectly fine. We're achieving victory. Just order your men not to retreat and you can't go wrong. So now I'm just going to fight delaying actions. That's really the plan here. Let's punch, retreat. At the same time, dig these guys in and tell them that there's no retreat. Bomb this, see if we can contain it. Try, because of course we can't contain it. We can't contain this. Alright, Hungarians are running. The mountains you will go. Italian unit, retreat there, and then we'll try and retreat you guys back slowly and surely. Hungarians, stop dying. Oh god, the Hungarians. Retreat in this direction. I'm going to make the strategic decision to blow this bridge before they can get hold of it. Can the Hungarians blow bridges? No. Can the Italians blow bridges? No. So we're going to move this unit over here to blow the next bridge. Let's undo that and retreat over here. And we'll blow Navy Oscar. Oh, there's no point blowing Navy Oscar because I want no retreat. Anyone who retreats is getting shot. Okay, I want a full retreat. I want a full retreat. Everyone run. I don't want to retreat. I want Vanessa. The units are getting wiped out. God, this is a slaughter. A literal slaughter. Okay, I've held Razok by turn 2. I don't think I can break these guys out though. Actually, I might be able to if I get lucky. So these are Italian units, German units. When I got to retreat by turn 3 for Ostro. Okay. Hungarian units just running away. Hungarian units just go away. You provide literally no value. And the Italian units are completely lost. I cannot preserve the Italian front. Yeah, turn 3, so I've got to wait till turn 4 and then I can retreat. Now I could do some cheeky maneuvers here, but it would be such a high risk to pull off. Like I could like move there, move there. Let's see what we can do. No retreat, no retreat. Dig in. Hungarian troops run away. Where's Hungarian HQ? You can also run. And I hate to say it, but you guys are just dead. All I can do is delay the inevitable. Those German units are gone. I mean, we're doing a lot of damage in the north, but we've just been completely encircled. I don't think it's a good idea to hold Voronezh. I think Voronezh is a lost cause. I mean, 50 prestige for this is not optimum. I can see it being possible just by doing air supply and things like that, and if you've got the right cards. Like, do I even need prestige? I've got 510 prestige. It seems a bit pointless to do this. I'm just glad this tank is actually to some degree useful. I was able to get one German unit out, which is not that bad, and I was able to retreat the German HQ. Now I just need to get the Hungarians out. Okay, goodbye Italian HQ. I can just air supply Voronezh after this. So Voronezh will be fine. And the reinforcements are coming on turn 5, so we're okay. Yeah, I need to buy the heavy boys. God, what a disgusting breakthrough! I have a high IQ strategy to save that guy. In order to achieve these objectives, I have to throw away so many soldiers. I just don't like it. Bring me back to the Blitzkrieg Barbarossa days where you just like destroyed everything. Give me back to victory in the West where I never had to worry about getting encircled or counterattacked. The Battle of the Bulge was a meme, changed my mind. Right, reinforcements. Panzer IV. Okay, air resupply. We're going crazy. Aye, 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 aye. My eye, my eye, my eye. Oh god. I don't think I'm going to complete the bonus objective. looks at isolated Hungarian unit. Oh no 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 no. I mean, maybe I can send him running. You just stay there and hope for the best, alright? An entire army snapped out of existence. Goodbye. Yeah, I should have retreated. Like, but the LARP in me, the prestige whore in me saw Venez and was like, I need that 50 prestige, even though I've got 510 prestige. I refuse to retreat. When this, I should have just retreated from Venez and just like fell back, but I chose not to. And this is the end result. An entirely wiped out force. I could replay this a lot better by abandoning Venez. Yeah, it's entertaining to you until I end up getting soft locked. Until I get the old spicy soft lock. Like, I can't finish the campaign because I because I couldn't bring myself to save up. Yeah, I lost a bit of both. Oh, you can't soft lock at this point anyway. Oh, okay, that's fine then. That's fine. I'm happy boy then. Just everyone die. See, I could have got that objective, but I monged it by forgetting to withdraw that unit. I swear. It was actually a really easy to achieve objective, but I was just a potato. Oh yeah, look at that bad boy. Fortunately, I still may end up losing this because these guys don't have a supply. Only one solution to this. Make a meat wall in front. So yeah, I may still lose this regardless because I forgot to. Oh, oh, that's not fair. That's not fair. The game knew. The game knew what my plan was. That's what I also like about Unit Command 2. It doesn't just focus on Stalingrad. It focuses on the other fronts as well, and so you get a grand understanding of, you know, the other sort of sacrifices made along the front line. Because when people think of Stalingrad or Uranus, they just think, ah, Stalingrad, but they don't think of this sort of offensive as well. So please don't retreat. Please don't retreat. Thank you very much. This this DLC is pain. Like Barbarossa is fun until it gets a bit of a drag because you're like, oh no, I'm running out of units, but yet they really are beating the hell out of you on the last parts. Yeah, devs are bringing otherwise unknown offences to the forefront of some campaigns. Exactly. That's such a great thing about this game is that it covers theatres you normally would not see, or parts of the front you normally would not see. Almost perfect, but I could have retreated Hungarians earlier, but hey-ho. Went all according to plan. So we can hold positions on the Volga, or do the historical track where I suspect we retreat. We will hold positions on the Volga. Third Rostov, as that's the only battle, okay. Operation Winter Storm has quote-unquote saved the Sixth Army, parts of it. However, the Soviets still managed to breach Axis positions on the Don and have advanced as far as Rostov. In a bid to regain the initiative, German High Command orders a counteroffensive, the aim of which is to eliminate the Red Army spearheads and subsequently crush the front line. Okay, let's reset the conference then. But don't I need these to buy to do some deployments? Look, I'm what you called a Chad, so I have to disrespect it. I mean, what do I actually need from here? Like, I don't need rear guard, I don't need counterattack, I don't need recon and force. I mean, maybe this, I guess. Okay, so let's check the final scenario, see what we need. So I need AOK 6 and AOK 4. Okay. AOK 6 and OAK 4. This is fun. I can just click on the theatre map. Bruh. Bruh. I should have done that. Oh well. Okay, I'm ready. I need to save the points up just in case. Just in case. German High Command orders a counteroffensive, so the aim of which is to limit Red Army spearheads, blah blah. The outcome of the campaign hangs in the balance. Because of my master strokes throughout the campaign, and certainly not because I surrender scummed throughout, we're at the, I think, the end of the scenarios. We will counterattack. Although we have managed to save large parts of the Sixth Army and even maintain our positions on the Volga, the collapse of the defensive line on the Don means we have not yet avoided disaster. The Red Army has recently taken Rostov, thus severing our main supply lines to the Volga and in the Caucasus. You're ordered to strike at these exposed Soviet spearheads with the newly arrived SS Panzer Corps. Once Rostov is retaken, you will launch a general counteroffensive back to the Don. If successful, these moves will stabilize the situation before the booster starts. So I'm going to take this by turn 9, take this by turn 9, take this by turn 11, and take this by... Bruh. Bruh. There's no supply here, because I need to take this, okay. Bruh. Oh, where's my tigers? My Tugers. Alright, this needs to be replaced with a tiger. So let's get rid of this flak. Have a tiger. You got Stuggies, that's fine. Yeah, you can have a flag. Pioneers. Where do my pioneers go? Over here. Stuggies. Good enough. Good enough. So our main thrust is going to be down south temporarily, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so first things first, let's look at the enemy supply lines. The enemy is being supplied from the north, and they are being supplied from Stalingrad itself. No, it's not. No, that's not. We're good here. So where is their main supply coming from? So if we blow this bridge, they starve, you would think. I think I probably need to blow one of these, if I'm honest with you. I'm going to blow this. And we can cancel that. Sabotage. Good, now you're as equally as starved as me. So the main effort will be to punch through the centre, secure this line, and then advance east. Oh wow, these units are great. So I need to secure the centre point here first. That went fucking garbage. Sure love 1-to-1. Now, we could be a little bit faster, but I need to secure this to open up the supply lines to feed the army. If I don't, then it's ogre. Because they can only go a couple of turns before the bad men hurts me. What a weird line, but okay. So take this by turn 9, take this by turn 9. Good luck with all of that, because I won't be able to do any of that for now. Because my supply line is cut. You're going to be out of supply in one turn anyway, so I don't give a shit. I destroyed your supply lines. I'm good. I'm good. Oh no, you guys are being encircled. What a shame. If only someone could have done something to stop that. The supply line comes first. The supply line comes first. I don't care about anything else. The supply line comes first. Why didn't you? Because I tried, alright? I tried. Watch me free it up now, alright? I will take that. Which was the unit that could actually fight? Yeah, there you go. And then these tanks can do as they like. Dog green's open, boys. Almost. Dog green is open. Now with a bit of creative... Okay, dog green is going to be closed again in the next 15 seconds, so bear that in mind. Supply flows from the southern rail 2. Okay. Dog green open, dog green open. So I just need to link up along here now to punch through. I believe! Just don't cut me off. Why do you have to cut me off? God, I hate this DLC. It's not as bad as Moscow 41, but it is a cheeky boy. See, this was all according to my Kekaku, because by destroying the 3 supply hubs from the south, they would be equally as starving as me, and in consequence, they would not be able to attack me in Stalingrad. That's all part of a high IQ strategy called the starvation strategy. You see, although all my guys are starved to death, none of them can fight. Oh, you motherfucker. What do you mean first 2 turns? Where's Rostov anyway? Where's the supply run from? Look, you're all doubting. You're just mad. You're mad because you can't grasp the pure genius of what I've just demonstrated. This is fine. You're overreacting. This is fine. You need to calm down. Don't panic, alright? If we panic, it's over. It's a perfectly workable situation. And we'll just punch our way through the center and it'll be fine. Just punch our way through the center and we'll be okay. Don't worry about Stalingrad. Look, everyone there is starving. What can they possibly do? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I got a new plan. So, as you're probably aware, the southern breakthrough did not go according to plan. This has nothing to do with me, per se. It was merely a problem with my high command not following my orders properly. This time, however, they will follow the orders. and we will achieve victory. Okay. HE, air supply. So, what I should have done, I suspect, is done a double pincer and probably started retreating these units back up north. So these units are going to retreat to the north, while these units here retreat down to the south to link up, and then we'll try and punch through the centre. That's the object. That's the plan. Yeah, it's just stop eating, boys. Like lol. Just like stop eating. My man, my dude. So I just need to punch down over here. Oh, you're right, because I was thinking about punching up here. Good boy. Good thinking, Batman. I haven't got time for subtlety. All right. The boys need me. How the hell am I going to cross this now? We're not. We're not. That's the honest truth. We aren't going to cross this. Unless we've got some fancy bridges we can build. No. Yeah, Desert Rats is a lot more relaxing compared to Starvation Simulator. I wonder if I can retreat my tanks back. Okay, retreat the tanks back south to hold open the supply line down here. That is what we will do. And then these guys will get cut off, but we will retreat these guys back to the centre and await being relieved by our allies in the north. In the west, I meant in the west. And so we'll have this line secure. These guys will encircle, but by the time these guys starve to death, we should hopefully have linked this up, fought these guys back, and then being able to punch forward. Well, let's run all the way to the end. That's why we've kept one tank by the airport, so that stays supplied so it can counterattack and drive the guys off. Where's Rostov? Where is Rostov? Oh, you mean those guys? For the past 3 campaigns. You mean those guys? Because those guys are a sacrifice I am willing to make for victory, alright? Lol, like I care, I'm just going to encircle you. They're blocking me. I've got this. I believe in the strategy. Like, unless there's some sort of master strategy where you can relieve them on like turn 2, I feel like this is the only viable way. Good. And then we break through here with a little bit of air resupply. Blow the hell out of this guy, like literally just blow him to death. Look, I could withdraw 6th Army out, but I feel like it would be, you know, a, what do you call it, a propaganda. It would be really bad for morale, you know? So has this got to be done, bro? My dude. Oh, supply comes from down here as well. Well, let's bomb the hell out of this. There we are. Supply line back open. Supplies coming in. Massive famine. Don't worry about it. Perfectly salvageable. Just don't overreact. Don't panic. Retreat these units. Basically get these units back to being re-encircled. I call it the reverse breakout. It's a well-known strategy in the general staff community. 10% of the time works every time. God, I'm a genius. I'm a strategic genius. Look upon my works and despair. They didn't cut me off. What the hell? The AI didn't cut me off. What do you... Oh, wait, I've got no supply here, so fuck. That's probably why they didn't bother to cut me off. Bit of air resupply. There's a bit of hardcore rotation of the troops. See, some people think this is insanity, but what they're not paying attention to is the sheer organisational genius that is mildly startled. Look at that. Reinforced, resupplied, boys are coming in. The boys are coming. Reinforcements on the way. Can't go wrong. Look, I couldn't have supplied my strongest units, alright? I couldn't have supplied them all, whereas by pulling the units south where I knew they could be resupplied. Look, there's a act of genius, alright? You watch, next turn they'll be running. Literally running. I am a genius. Watch this. Watch this. Hmm. What's that? All these troops are starving? What's this? What's this do I see? Is this the high IQ demonstrating itself for the second time? Apart from the fact that I have done something stupid and put my troops in the wrong place. There we are. I mean, they have put down a supply hub, but shouldn't be too bad. Oh, watch this. High level tank that's wiped out. Someone hold me back. Someone hold me back. Look. If the enemy... Look, the trick to success is making sure your soldiers are comfortable being uncomfortable. So I was simply training them in the joys of starving so that they would be able to fight better when hungry. But I'm going to struggle to break through here now. So bear that in mind, that this is where things go wrong. I don't really want all these units over here. I'll be honest with you. I'll be real with you, Chief. The plan really wasn't to send all the Panzer Grenadiers north, but hey ho. We'll send these guys over here now. That's a lot of enemy troops here. How are you still getting supplied? This is a bold move, Cotton. Okay, that's too bold. That's too bold for my taste. I'm coming! I'm coming up to save you! It's alright, we're fine, we're fine. This is fine, don't panic, this is fine. The panzers will relieve. The panzers will relieve them. The motorizer's coming. Good, good, good. Now we need to break through this piece of garbage. But that's why we've saved up all these bombers! Oh my god. The man who is RNG to death. This slow that mode. Look, you're doubting too much, alright? You gotta believe. Watch this. Watch this drive. See that? That's called a high IQ move. I may need to divert some asset over there. I did not realise there'd be such a heavy amount of enemy artillery in this sector. Anyway, where were we? Oh, right, we were linking up, weren't we? Go! Come on, RNG! Oh, RNG. You know how to make a man smile. Well, that didn't work out. Yes, how it did. That did not work out. I'll do a one-to-one with you. Okay, this is good, this is good, this is good. Now, we are suffering from a couple of problems over here, but nothing we can't handle. We're pretty much closing this down now. And then once this is resupplied and reopened, we can persevere and keep pushing with our newly acquired stuff. Good. I'm aware that I still have to break through in the north over here, but the main attempt was just trying to isolate these tank units. Look at that. The link up is soon to be had. I mean, it's not. They're not. The link up will be cut off, but that's all right. You go into the pocket. There's a steam guard now to use Slovak units. That's pretty based. I can tell. I wonder what nationality that guy was. Okay, with Dog Green finally open, we can now resume Operation Counterattack, which we will do over here. And eventually over here as well, if I can move my tank close enough. There we are. Operation Counterpunch begins. We'll break through, take collect, and move on through for the rest. I mean, I may not take the objectives on time, but I will demonstrate my extreme strategic genius. We have this high IQ maneuver. I call that the mildly shuffle. I mean, my supply is awful now, but who actually cares about supply? Like, dude, just eat the grass. Oh wow. Oh wow, I should care about supply. My guy's about to starve next turn. Unless I can do some high IQ maneuvers. Charge! I shouldn't have moved these troops over there. Operation Hunger Strike was a strategically, it was a strategic success, right? Everyone doubted Operation Hunger Strike. They thought, who on earth is this guy? But no, Operation Hunger Strike was a strategic act of genius. Oh wow. I didn't realize they could spawn new units. I didn't see any reinforcement tags. That's pretty cringe. Luckily, I'd sent reserves down there. Okay, before we take Kalak, we need to think about other things. So the coward in me wants to secure the rear areas. As demonstrated. We gotta play it safe here. Cringe. Okay. And so I just have to take this fellow, which I should be able to take soon. Kalak by turn 9. Klitskaya by turn 11. So now it's just a push north. It's just a push north now. Oh, pretty workable and achievable. Where's my 4th Pound HQ? I can't move you. Oh, that's cool. That's thanks. That's nice. Did they link it? Oh, that's cool. That's thank you. Thanks for the what do you call it? Unity command, guys. That's really cool. There you go. Now I can sell out and say the naughty words and get banned. That's how it works, yeah? That's how it works in my headcanon. Yeah, future DLC incoming. We'll take those 3 pretty much within the time frame. We just have to move north now to finish off this sector. And we could be good, but Operation Hunger Strike... Now, how can you say Operation Hunger Strike was not a good idea? Like, it achieved all strategic objectives. Okay, let's put down a supply hub here. The 6th Army, look, the 6th Army knew the risk. Look, this, I'm sorry, but the 6th Army should not be complaining, alright? You know, I literally saved them from the Soviets. They have absolutely no right to complain. Like, I could have played the normal historical focus and had them all die, but I didn't. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this one and save the 6th Army. I just think the 6th Army is just ungrateful, personally. Six fishermen. It's just like one guy. No, there's literally the 6th Army is a 6 people. That's what the 6th Army is. It's literally just 6 people. Look, guys, we saved the 6th Army. It's literally just 6 dudes going, what the fuck? Yeah, just Paulus on like someone's leg. Look, it's better than what happened historically, right? You know, it's either this or the alternative. It's going to be a nightmare to take. These are some nightmare objectives to take. I can achieve this, but I'm feeling like I'm getting a bit lazy now. I feel like I'm going, you know, I've got plenty of time to do this. There's no need to worry. And so I have to be a bit careful that I don't get too lazy on this and lose. no progress there. These guys can move over here now. I'm pretty sure everything on this front is now dead. You guys can retreat. These guys can move forward. If we can't take you now, yeah, we'll just have to... I mean, I could take you now, but I don't really want to. Not at that. I can afford to lose one Panzer unit. Actually, I can't because my unit just died. There we are. Job done. Let's send the panzers elsewhere. Look, I got 18 infantry steps I can use for the 6th Army. Look, the 6th Army's looking really healthy now. Don't bomb the ones I need. This is still going to be a push. They're all going to start digging in. It's going to be a lot harder to break through. And of course, a lot of my units are too far behind. And my HQs are too far behind to actually do anything. So I'm going to have to heavily rely on airstrikes. Yeah, that works. The Don's too far away to be of any use to me. Get rid of these two. Move this fellow up. And then Saramovich, yeah, we should be able to achieve these within the parameters set. Good, good, good. Yeah, we're good. A really fun scenario, actually. Because it's a scenario that actually requires a lot of thinking to be done. And you can sort of work outside the box with this scenario as well. Retreat, please. Thank you. That digging in ain't gonna save you. You have to tell me how to actually, what do you call it, do this at a later date. Like, what's the actual correct way of winning this scenario? Because I assume my strategy of starving the entire front is not the correct way of playing. Yeah, it's got everything. It really has. It's got the breakthrough aspect. It's got the defense aspect. It's got the supply system used to its maximum. It really is a well done scenario. Like really good. Like, it is like it is a really nice. Like, how do you even top this? I mean, like there's a lot of really good scenarios there. Like Market Garden is also very unique, and so there's a lot of. I always like the effort that goes into these. The final push, I think, the final push, and then we'll take Stalingrad, and that'll be the end of the Stalingrad. Of course, you've got the historical Stalingrad. I think we've got the third Kursk, but I think it was quite a good ending for the video, or for the series. But I like how there's different ways of playing. You don't just have to play one way. I mean, there are certain scenarios where you do have to play one way, but I like how you can, if you've got the cards, play like I did, starve the enemy and then sort of starve yourself. But here you go. These are all the objectives completed. So the general strategy was I knew that I couldn't keep my best units in the north in Stalingrad because I didn't have enough room for the supply area here. And now if we remove this, we see that this air wing normally only supplies these 3 tiles. So that meant that I had to withdraw the best units down south where I knew I could hold this line, break open the Rostov access point, and use that to supply the southern units who would then counterattack and break through up north to the beleaguered troops at Stalingrad. Now I ended up destroying both supply points because I knew that would starve the enemy and prevent them counterattacking. So I knew they only had 2 turns, and then I had a couple of spare turns, and I was able to counterattack and drive them off. Of course it did get a bit hairy, but I was able to get the tanks through in time to reinforce the troops at Stalingrad because I opened up the supply lines and withdrew them down south. And then of course in the centre it was just a case of breakthrough and try and form a secondary link up in the centre, and then eventually once we'd broken through, bring up some reserves in the north to sort of secure the holes being made. Altogether a pretty fun scenario, like really fun, because of course different mechanics, the meme of the starvation of the 6th Army, and of course it can play completely differently. You could put all your assets into a central punch, you can completely, try and hold Stalingrad or try and break out. Okay, how do you play it? Let's find out how you actually play the scenario. I assume it's something to do with the central punch, like you're just going to punch through the centre and hope for the best. But I think you've got to punch through both ways or it's not going to work. Take Rostov turn 1. That's hard to do, taking Rostov turn 1. Really hard to do. Because you've got to take this tile, then this tile, then this tile. You have to put a lot of your assets down south. And then, but the units are so thinly stretched out. Yeah, it's so, like, the problem is this units are so thinly stretched out. I'm scared that the enemy will just, like, go around and cut off the supplies. And so that's why I retreated in the end, because I knew that if the enemy interrupted my supply lines, my best units would starve. And so that's why I retreated the tanks south. Oh, use zone of control, I see. So classic is how, yeah, I see. You've got to really know the game to do this properly and not just abuse the supply system. I see. You've got to use zone of control, okay. But yeah, but I can see, yeah, so you've got to take, and then you punch through the Don Bend, that's understandable. Meanwhile, the guys on Stalingrad's objective is just to survive and not die. Which is pretty much how I try to do it as well. See, sometimes the AI is really passive. It will just hold the positions and not move forward. And other times, so you get a bit, what do you call it? cocky and you think, okay, these troops aren't going to move forward. You then move your troops north and then they counterattack. Exactly. But yeah, I mean, I could see this being an absolute nightmare scenario. I'm glad I saved up. Oh, I had some prestige to buy the cards because this was a heckin' chonky arena nightmare. Of course, they could counterattack me now and it could all go wrong, but it's unlikely. Oh no! And the end of the scenario. Manstein's miracle. Win the third Rostov scenario. To outside observers, it seemed that nothing could stop the Red Army as it pushed the Wehrmacht back beyond the positions from which it had launched Foul Blau in the previous summer. But the Soviets were dangerously overextending, and although much can be and has been said on Erich von Manstein's capabilities, it remains unquestionable that his organisational skills and operational experience lay at the heart of the successful Axis counterstroke at February-March 1943. It also remains speculative what would have happened if the winter storm had succeeded and the Sixth Army had survived in some capacity. In all likelihood, the outcome would not have been much better for the Axis. And I believe that ends the Stalingrad DLC. It's a really fun DLC, really fun, because it combines the early gameplay of blitzkrieging and breakthrough, and then as the campaign slowly develops, it becomes more of a grind, and then eventually you get to the end, it's just a complete, survive. And so it's a really fun, because it has all these different sort of scenario types to it, whereas Barbarossa's mostly blitzkrieg with the occasional sort of, grinding battle like Odessa. Well, that's Barbarossa. Blitzkrieg has got mostly breakthroughs. Victory in the West is over, breakthroughs and overriding firepower. This one really has got a general sense of change over time. Now, do it all over and hard? I don't think so. What I think I'm going to do is I may do some alt history ones, or I may decide to wait until the next DLC. I haven't decided yet. See, alt history ones, I would have to redo Victory in the West and so on. I've got to do Moscow 41, but I don't want to do Moscow 41 because I don't enjoy it. Yeah, and that's why I prefer historical versions. Yes, I mean, I found the alt history scenario for this really fun as well. If you go through the Caucasus, they have like 1 or 2 disaster missions, but most of the time it's just breakthrough, which I quite like in the Caucasus alt history. This DLC is really good because it's got some both really fun, really expansive alt history scenarios. Well, it has a really expansive alt history scenario, and then of course it's got the holding Stalingrad alt history scenario, and then it has of course the historical scenario of Kursk. But yeah, it's a really fun scenario, really fun DLC. But fingers crossed we'll get a Soviet 42 DLC, and then hopefully a grand Soviet campaign which just goes, just full bag ration, which would be really fun. I mean, you've already done Victory in the West with the Allies, but yes, I can't wait for the Soviet one. Of course, I suspect the Soviet one is going to be grinding at the start, and then of course as you get better and better tanks, it becomes a breakthrough game. But yeah, we'll survive. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. Good DLC. Completed on normal. Job well done. Mega 4245, yeah. I mean, I don't often pre-purchase DLCs, but as soon as there's a an announcement that a new DLC is coming out for Unity of Command, it's like immediate day one buy, because I know I'm going to get quality. I know I'm going to get a quality product. I'm just going to enjoy every second of it. But yeah, there's not really much to say anymore. Unfortunately, I get a bit, I'm a bit sad because I know we are running out. We are coming towards the halfway point of the war. There's not a lot going on now. I mean, they can squeeze in a few more DLCs, but eventually World War II's got to end. And so, on one hand, I've enjoyed every second of Unity Command, but I would hope that there's some hope that somehow they'll be able to make another one in a different setting. I would like them to perhaps do. I don't know how they pull it off. I mean, they could try a Civil War one, which is all about flanking and maneuver, but it'd be hard to pull off because, of course, tanks are breakthrough and so on and so forth. I mean, they could try a World War one, but it's all grindy. But anyway, thanks for watching, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. And goodbye, Glip and Daniel. Adieu.